Hello guys, this is Doctorbass from the Endless Fair Forum, and today I will review for you this nice cycle Satiator e-bike charger that I got in the mail from Grin technology, or the ebike.ca that we all know on the Endless Fair. So let's begin. You see, it's well packaged and great cargo box, just enough for the size of that charger. So this is the I guess it's the invoice. Yes, alright. And I guess these are the wiring. So let's see what's inside. Okay, so this is the connector for the battery. So it connects for to the charger and to your battery. But I guess you can ask or modify this connector for your own connector on your bike. And this is the IEC connector standard with 100 volt plug and the EIC here, right? And that beautiful charger. Oh, it looked really nice and strong to the touch, you know. So okay, we can see here this is the connector for the charger, and it's specified to work between 100 to 240 volt and 50 to 60 hertz, and it can draw from 4 to 1.6 amp depending on the voltage at the input that you have, and it will output up to 5 amp and 360 watts here. So these are a little protector here, so it's nice shape, and it's well, I will say it's about the size of you remember these 18 FET Infineon controller. It's a little bit heavier, but it's really compact, you know. So well, I guess it's well sealed for to avoid the water intrusion. All right, nice. Okay guys, so I guess you all want to see that thing powered up, so let's do it. AC. Right. Oh, nice. So you see great tech. System lithium 102 volt 5 amp. You see here. Nice. It looked like it's kind of a OLED display here. And guess what? You can see here on the Grin technology. Hey, they're featuring that great charger here. Nice, eh? Okay, so here's what I will do. I will play with it a little bit, try charging a few battery and program it, and I will study it and then come back to you with all my impression and the results. Okay, so I had time to play a little bit with the charger, and I discovered really interesting features and information that most of the other charger will not give you. So let me show you what I discovered and how to charge a simple lithium battery with it. So I'll connect it. As you can see, I have my kilowatt meter. You can see here that is drawing in the standby mode, drawing about 0 watt and 9 volt ampere VA. So this value is taking account of the power factor. Actually, the power factor of that charger in standby mode is about 0.002, which is really poor, but in fact it's a really low wattage. It's a low consumption, and the power factor is an index of real power that is draw and the apparent power or reactive power that is draw by a various device on the AC. So what you want is to have a power factor close to 1, which is a perfect power factor, which means that the power draw by the device will be the same as the one that is on your bill. And but at very low power like that, it's nothing. It's not important. What is important is during the charging. So when it's drawing real high power. So you will see it's a lot better, and this is what is most important too. So I have here a little Makita 5 amp hour 18 volt battery. I've already set up a custom mode here, so I will just unplug it and show you how it works, and then I will scroll down the menu and all the features with you. So I've made this little adapter here, and the XLR adapter through power pole and to Makita here. So I will connect the battery. Oh, by the way, I will just choose the right custom menu, 21 volt 5 amp hour custom menu number 3. Okay, so I will push and hold the down button to start. Connect the battery and push again. Before we start, because there's a EMS inside. Alright. Beginning, yeah. I had a problem with the connector on the battery, so now it's connected and fully charging. So what's interesting is that while it's charged, you have the wattage value, the temperature of the charger, the amp hour, and the watt hour. You see here. This is an interesting value because it gives you a real world idea of the state of charge of your battery and the entire charging system. This is a lot appreciated, and most of the chargers don't have these informations. These only have LED, green, or red, you know. And this feature is might not appear to be a lot important for most of the e-bike user, and only for technical user like me. But I think that this value will educate people on how to use their battery with in the right way. And these are not a lot of technical value, you know. It's easy to understand. So I think it's very useful to have these. And congratulations, Justin, to implement these on your charger. This is amazing. Okay, so you can see here. I will just go here. You have a kind of a statistics, average, total power, number of cycles in this charge profile. And here, this is interesting. This is a graph showing you. You see the brighter line. This is the amp. You see that it's constant current here, and 5 amp, and the other, and it started from 19.4 volt, and it's now at 20.3 volt. So this graph is showing you maybe the state of charge of your battery, but also if you have cells that might be defective inside, you will see a little bump in the voltage here, or but it's really rare, but it might give you this information too. Okay, so I will stop here the charge process. So I press the up button for the charge and go back to the main profile. Okay, so I'll disconnect it. And let me show you how to program it. So let's say I want to make a new menu. So I will have to press both buttons together, and I enter in the setup. So now I have edit profile, advanced setting, custom, connect to PC, and about the charger. Connect to PC is nice because it allows you to communicate with your PC through an adapter connector that you can buy and connect on the XLR connector. There is a 3 pins connector here, and one common and one for the communication. So you can get it and fully charge your software on the Grin Technology website. And you can customize all your profile using the software, and also see a lot more details about the charging. But as well, this graph is this display is still really interesting and give you most of the important things. So let's say I want to edit new profile. I will do it. So I will select it. To select it, you just press down button to confirm. Let's say OK, and then you have 48 volt lithium. This is one of the standard profile. If I want to edit, I will hold it. Okay, so active is no, which means that if you want to have this profile in your available profile when you power up the charger, you select yes. If you still want to keep it in memory but not have it in the option that you can select, you just leave it to no. And then you can also say it will be your default charge profile. So when you power the charger up, it will begin with this profile. So this is interesting. And if you want to modify it, you go to modify, and it's the same as if you make a new custom profile. So I will begin with an already built-in profile. So I will hold down button and say OK. So now I can enter the full voltage, which means that you take the maximum cell voltage, let's say 4.2 volt, and multiply it by the number of cells in series, and you enter this value here. In this case it's 54.5 volt. And then you have the bulk amp, which means the full amp charge that you will use, and then the complete A, which means that at which moment when the amp are decreasing, at which moment the charge will be completed and the charger will stop or maintain trickle charge, depending on if it's lithium or nickel, manganese, or NiMH, or these kind of things. So complete A, let's say it's C divided by 20. So if you have 10 amp hour cell and you want to complete it at a C divided by 20, so you will make it at 0.5 amp. So a 10 amp power battery will stop charging at 0.5 amp if it's lithium usually. So let's say I want to modify this value, I press down the button. Okay, and then I have the first digit, I will go to the next digit by pressing and holding it. Let's say OK every time, and now I'm at the last digit, I will say 0.5 and confirm. Okay, and now I can go to the trickle start. Trickle start is if your battery is too low. You will be able to charge at a lower rate. So you select this value here, and you will select the let's say you want to start at 2 volt per cell, and you have 10 cell in series. You will select 20 volt here. And now the next is a trickle end, at which voltage you will start to use the bulk current here and stop the trickle current. So let's say you have a lithium ion cell, the most of the common, it will be about 3 volt, which is the minimum. So you select 3 volt time the number of cell and you enter its value. Okay, trickle amp, so this is the same. Usually when you want to recover really low over discharged cell that are still above a given value, let's say 2 volt for a lithium ion conventional cell, you might just charge it at C out of 50, or C divided by 50, or C divided by 100. So if you have 10 amp power, I will suggest 0.1 amp. And now save profile, so I enter here and it save profile. So I want to exit that menu, I just press the button at the top, hold it and exit. So I'm back to the menu. What is interesting is that when you charge your battery, the menu will not keep the same display. You have a screensaver to save the OLED display. So you will have your amp, your bulk amp, and your actual voltage of the battery and amp power into the battery that is just moving in the display. This is nice thing that Justin had. So I think it's good for now, and I will show you when I charge. Just about the back to the power factor, I will just select a different menu. I have the custom, so I will select my I will exit in the profile list and exit in this menu. So I'm back to the main menu here. So I will select the custom menu for that battery. Press up. Oh, sorry, it's down. Start. So connect battery. Connect battery. And I will force it to start because this one has a BMS that's stuck. Yeah. Hear the relay inside, and then just begin. Alright. And let's take a look on the power factor here that I was talking about. This one is rated for 0.97 or something like that, and this is really close to that value. So I have power factor of 0.96, which is excellent. You want to have a value between 0.9 and 1, which is usually the value that you have on a device that have a power factor corrector circuit inside. This is boosting the efficiency of your charger. Okay, so and now let's compare the watt that are drawn by the AC and the output of the charger here. You see I have 102 watt while I have 117. So this is, I will say, above 90% efficiency. This is really good, a lot better than most of the charger that you will have on the market. And the VA, volt ampere, and the watt are about the same value, which means that the power factor is close to 1. So I think that's all from now, and guys, I hope you appreciated a lot this review of that charger. And this is a really useful tool for people like me that are building battery or modifying battery and want to charge various battery voltages, and also for most of the user on their e-bike, because it gives you all the information to preserve your battery and have extend the life of your battery. So thank you very much, people, and I hope you appreciated the review of that nice cycle Satiator charger from Grin Technology.